こんにちは。このビデオは、これは私の日本人の友達のためのビデオです。どうぞよろしく。I am making this video for my people in Japan that may be watching. I realize as I'm making these videos, I really should have a good reason for putting them out there. And one reason that I thought was honorable was helping people learn the language, helping people get comfortable hearing English. And a lot of people in Japan, they have a desire to learn English, but they don't really have a good way of learning it. And so I felt that this might be a good way for them to hear native English being spoken and also to get used to how it sounds. So for all my Japanese friends, good way to learn English is to not only listen, but you also have to speak it. You have to have the courage, right? You have to not be afraid to use the language, because one of the ways that's going to help you remember and get used to speaking English is actually speaking it. Going out and maybe finding an English-speaking friend, having a conversation with them. And of course, the conversation, it might be difficult. You might make a lot of mistakes, but you have to do some things in order to help you learn how to communicate. Like you can say, "I'm sorry, I don't understand. What did you say? Please repeat that." And if you don't know how to say something, ask. How do you say, I want to say food, I need, hungry, I am hungry. So you have to make mistakes in order to learn. If you want to be a speaker of English, you have to try to speak. And so this video is for you, and I'm hoping that you might be able to watch some of my other videos and listen to the language and get comfortable hearing it. You might also want to practice very simply giving your responses to some questions, like, for example, what's your name? How old are you? Where do you live? What's your favorite thing to do in Japan? What do you and your friends do on a Friday night? What song do you like to sing? Do you want to travel? Really? Where do you want to travel? What are you studying? Do you like where you live? You know, take some time to answer these questions, and that's good practice in the beginning. And I realize that many times when you're learning a language, you want to be able to communicate something a little bit more deep, a little bit more meaningful, and you don't want to just stick to the superficial topics, the weather, what you like to eat, how you're, what you study. You want to communicate a little bit more deeply, and that's going to take some time. You start with the basics first, and then you move on to more difficult things later. Anyway, let me talk about my day. So we're gonna move away from my intentions to help people speak English for a moment. My day is going fine. I have 4 more minutes of my lunchtime. Part of my lunchtime was spent having a meeting with some of my coworkers, talking about what we're teaching. And you can also tell that it's lunchtime because out the window you can hear children screaming and yelling and playing. And that's why this video is a little bit louder than normal, because that's happening. But in any case, you know, my week went pretty well. We are still continuing the Socratic seminar. That's the thing where we get in circles and talk about stories or other things. And so that's still going pretty well. It's going well in the sense that my students are expressing their opinions and they're showing that they're thinking about material that they're reading. So that's all good, and I'm very happy about that. But we have a lot more work to do. We have some tests I have to get my kids ready for, some exams that they're going to be taking that are going to be reflected on their permanent record, or their permanent record is going to reflect the scores that they got on these tests. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. ありがとうございます。It's nice to meet you. はじめまして。どうぞよろしく。 Send an email if you would like any communication from me. You can look at the information for this video and you can find my email address there. I welcome you to send your questions. I welcome you to invite your friends to watch these videos. And also, I welcome you to take a chance and speak some English. Don't be afraid. Japanese tend to be very shy and not outgoing. But if you're outgoing and you take some risks, that's how you learn a language. You're not going to learn a language at home. You're going to learn a language by going out and trying to use it. And by the way, I did live in Japan for 2 years. That's why I speak a little bit of it. In any case, じゃあねー。後でねー。Bye bye. This is video number 104, school day number 99. I got around 2 minutes to eat my lunch. It's terrible. I know. それで。Bye bye.